If you came to take back your democracy, make some noise, people. I gotta get warmed up, man. Let me tell you something, people. We walked for a while. It was great. It was great. It was great weather. These guys who put this together, no, they couldn't have picked a better day for us to come out. So give it up for the organizers. I was prepared to be blown away. I thought it was going to be windy like it was yesterday. Speaking of getting blown away, have you looked at WikiLeaks lately? Wow. I mean, look, correct me if I'm wrong. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know it was this bad. I mean, I don't know about you, but you think a magazine would contact you and be like, hey, is it okay if we write this about you? Is it okay with you? Andy Benandy, is it okay if we write this about you? No, they wouldn't do that. They just start writing about you. Do you think the media contacts Trump and says, hey, Trump, is it okay if we do this hit piece on you? No, I don't think they get permission. Must be nice being, you know, Queen of Darkness. Man, I tell you, man, look, I do a show Monday through Friday. I'm sitting behind a computer. It's nothing like people. I like getting out, being around people, getting energy. That's what this is about, man. You know? Like Mr. Kid says, you know, you come out to rallies to get rejuvenated, recalibrated. That's right. Because it is the energy from other people who are activists and people who are in the know that keeps us going. But one thing, guys, is very important. We cannot stop what we're doing now after November 8th. That's right, because this is not temporary. Right? This is not temporary. Like I told my people, I said, hey, look, revolutions are never easy. And if we want a revolution, we're going to have to stay in it. Right? Because there is no such thing as an easy revolution. The only easy revolution is revolutions that never happen. We come up with excuses. People get comfy. They're like, you know what, I just want to watch, I don't know, Walking Dead. I just want to be able to watch Walking Dead. I just want to watch the game. So it's up to us, because we are woke. We are woke. And one thing about progressive people, conservative people, liberal people, all people is we tend to forget where we came from. So I want everyone to check themselves just a little bit. Here's the thing. Once upon a time, you didn't know nothing. All right? Once upon a time, you didn't know about how the system was, right? You had to become educated. So we need to be a little bit more considerate of people who don't know. Because remember, those people who don't know about the corruption, they're being lied to every day.
Yeah.
All right? They're being lied to. It's not like they're just walking around going, I don't want the truth. Don't get me wrong, the truth is scary. But they're being, every day, there's an apparatus in place to keep them in the dark. It is our job, our responsibility to educate them. And sometimes you got to do what I say, sprinkle some facts on them. Dave Chappelle has a skit where he says, sprinkle some crack on them. You know, he says, you know, people get shot by cops, and the cops sprinkle some crack on them, and then they get out of it. My thing is, when you're talking to people who don't want to listen, you sprinkle some facts on them, and you get out of it. Because you're not always going to be able to change someone's way of thinking in one conversation. See, I used to be like that. I used to be like, you know what, if I talk to him, if Tim Black talks to him, I'm going to be able to change their mind, man. They're going to realize something, man. I'm going to wake people up, man. And then I talk to people, and they be the same way after I left. I'm like, oh, man. Man, this hurts my feelings. Then I had to realize, I said, Tim, you know what, is it about you, or is it about them? You see, when you want instantaneous change, that's for self-gratification, baby. That's for you. That's so you can walk around with a feather in the cap. Look what I did. I changed people. See, sometimes you won't be able to do it by yourself. Sometimes you're there just to plant the seed. Yeah. Then somebody like Steve Grumbine comes by and talks to him, and he puts a little water on it. Then Jackie Lupin comes by, she springs a little fertilizer on it. Then Claudia Starber comes by, she put a little water on it. You get the idea? And before you know it, it's grown into an understanding. And then they're right with you, upset, they're pissed off. They're down here at rallies. They're going, what's going on? I can't believe they stole our democracy. I can't believe what they're doing to us. what I try to do, and I try to explain to people, man, I'm a host, man. I'm not an activist. People get mad at me, Tim, man, you need to be an activist. I'm like, dude, I didn't choose this. The game chose me. I didn't choose to do this. But I started looking at what was going on in this country. And someone said, Tim, there's this guy running. I said, man, I don't care about politics, man. Get away from me, bro. I'm worried about, like, if I can make the bills. I'm looking at my local stuff. They said, but Tim, check out Bernie Sanders. You know, that's what they say. It's the Tim, check out Bernie Sanders. I said, man, come on, bro. What does a 74-year-old Jewish guy from New York know about me? I'm a 44-year-old black man from D.C. What do you know about me? And then I started looking at Tom and I realized he knew a lot about me. And that's what brought me here. That's what ushered in. And then I met Jill Stein, Dr. Jill Stein, and that changed everything. Changed it for me, man. Look, I want everyone to know, and I mean, I wouldn't tell you this if it wasn't true. All right? I met Dr. Jill Stein, and she's sincere. All right? She's real. She's the real deal. Okay? I talked to her for an hour. I talked to her on the phone in an interview, and then I went to Philly and had an opportunity to meet her and Margaret Flowers. Give it up for Margaret Flowers, y'all. I met the whole campaign, and she's just authentic. She's authentic. So if you have any questions about, is the woman real? Is she authentic? Is she about what she says she's about? Because I know people have doubt about politicians. I'm telling you, you can take my word for it. At least check it out. I can't tell you what to do. It's hard sometimes believing in politicians. It really is. You look at Hillary Clinton, and you look at the corruption that we have now. We look at what happened with the rigged election. I call it a rigged election. What do you call it? Was it a rigged election? I think it was. I think that's pretty sure. It was a selection. We call it a consolidation of power process, you know? They decided that this is who we're going to have, and the media got in line. And you know what? I come down hard on the media because I'm part of them now. And I realized, you know what? Not all media people who lie for Hillary really like her. They just scared. This is my philosophy, right? They're scared to lose their jobs, man. They're scared that they went to school for nothing. Now their career is going to be destroyed if they say the right thing or they say the wrong thing, which is saying the right thing. And I believe, this is what keeps me going. I believe sometimes they're watching us and they're thinking, gosh, I wish I could say that. I wish I could say it. I can't say it. I want to say it. We are the new media. Don't tell nobody I told you this, but last time I talked to Van Jones on Twitter, I could tell he was like, you got me, man. Yeah, she stole it, man. Could you just not point at that? Why are you pointing nobody picking on me? I'm like, you're lying for all the time, Van. I like you, Van. You're about good things, but you got to stop carrying water for the Clintons. Yeah! But see, that's the point. See, that's the thing. We're bringing people back into the light. See, every time I mess with Van and I give him a little, you know, I give him a little truth and he don't like it, I give him a little bit more, he don't like it. You know? Joan Walsh called me a leftist troll. I'm like, what? Joan. God, you're a classy lady. Full of class. Class. She's tough, man. This is the whole thing, though, for me, man. I want us all to make a commitment today. Do this for me. Make a commitment that after this election, you're not going to disappear on me. No! I'm serious, man. You over there in the bike helmet, after this election, don't disappear on me, brother. I need you. I need you. I need everybody. We need everybody. We need more people. We need all of us to continue. Steve Grumbine came on my show last week and said, Tim, what do we do after the election? I was like, we keep doing what we're doing. He said, no, Tim, what do we do after the election, after November 8th? And all I can say is we unify. We stop using labels. Look, I know I got a lot of progressives here, but you know what? I wouldn't care if you were conservative. I don't care. I don't care. Because you know what? I'm going to connect with you on the issues that we both agree on, and we'll talk about the rest. See, once they realize, you know what? They're not crazy. Like, Timberlake's not crazy. He's progressive, but he's not crazy. He's open to dialogue. They start listening. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. You can't convince somebody who doesn't want to be convinced. So at the end of this thing, November 8th, we need to all, no matter what happens, unless Jill's in there, we lose anyway. Let's keep it real. People talking about Hillary or Trump. Yeah, same thing, man. That's horrible. In fact, I believe I had a John Mubaraka was on my show Thursday, and I asked him, I said, give it up for John Mubaraka, y'all. Man, I hate to compare a brother to a brother, but I tell you, man, he's Cornel West to me, man. I mean, he talks, he just keeps it real. He don't, even if he disagree with me, he just tell me, I'm like, gosh, man, you really disagreeing with me on my show, aren't you? He's like, yeah, well, you know what, you got me thinking. You know, I love people that keep it real. My point is this, when I had him on the show, I said, you know what, John, was come to my attention that we no longer had two parties, man. We got one party. Yep. Green Party ain't the third party or the fourth party. You know what it is? It's going to be the only left. That's right. The only left. That's right. Because if you vote for the Democrats, you vote for a Republican in different clothes, different color tie, different pantsuit. Yeah. I believe that. I look at the policies. Like I tell people all the time, it's not about me not liking Hillary. I don't like what she's done. I don't like a policy track record. Yeah. All right? Me liking somebody and not liking somebody, on a personal note, I never met her, not going to have her over for cookies, none of that. Not going to go to the club, not going to hang out, no barbecues, none of that. No hot sauce, and she probably won't have any anyway. That was supposed to just, get me to like her. I was supposed to like, oh, you stole from Haiti, but you like hot sauce? Oh, come here, girl. You got to pick your battles. At least you like hot sauce. Can you do the dab? Okay, you can do the dab. Forget about, Honduras. It's okay. As long as you can do the dab, I can care less about Honduras. Who does that? Who does? I mean, seriously. I'm telling you, man, people don't know. When I talk to people, who are outside of what we do, because really, guys, we are special. You guys really are special. I'm not just saying that to kiss your butt. You're special, man. You know stuff. You are aware. We are very educated. We did our research. That's the problem. And once you know something, guess what? You can't unknow it. You know it forever. So whether you continue this fight with us, right, or not, you're going to be miserable. Because you're going to know stuff. And you're going to be that person at parties going, this is crap. They're like, well, no, things are really looking good. And they're looking at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is looking great. We just need to, tighten up a couple things. And you're like, no, corrupt, what are you talking about? I guess I got a little bit more time. I shared something with you that really teed me off. I was looking at WikiLeaks, and I noticed the document where the Hillary campaign was discussing the death of Jordan Davis. And they were like, well, this is great. Let me back up. People don't know. Let me remind people. Jordan Davis was a 17-year-old young man in a car with his friends at a gas station. This jerk, more than a jerk, this animal. Can't even call him a jerk. That's offensive to jerks. This out-of-control idiot shoots into the car because he said their music was loud. So this guy, Michael Dunn, ends up getting life in prison. Well, anyway, in the WikiLeaks document, her campaign is discussing Jordan Davis, and they're talking about an article Hillary Clinton's going to write on gun reform. And they bring up, someone says, oh, I got the great story that we can use. We can use Jordan Davis. Young man was just shot. This is great. I'm like, what's great? They said, someone said, you know what? We can't use it because, Jordan Davis is black. The guy that shot him was white. That brings race into it. We want a story that's just about guns. Let's just wait for someone to get shot in Chicago and we'll use that story. And what it brought me back to, guys, was back when Hillary was bringing out the mothers of all these slain people like Michael Brown, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, name of them. There's so many of them. Jordan Davis' mom, Lucia McBain.
Political theater.
And it's all to manipulate. They were all used as props. Do you think those people know that they were used as props? No. And that's what I'm saying. I have to check myself and realize people don't know. They don't know what we know. When I sent that tweet out, it's already been retweeted over 700 times. It's reached over, I don't know, 150,000 people. We're talking about a tweet a guy typed on his smartphone because people didn't know how bad it is. They think when they talk about Black Lives Matter, they talk about people dying in the street, talk about people getting shot by cops, that you think that they really are sincere about that. But a lot of times it's a manipulation because if they really care, they change the policies that make poor people feel like they got to commit crime, feel like they need to be in these situations. That creates it. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I never met a person who had a lot of money, who was willing to risk their life selling drugs or doing something illegal. Nobody does that. No one loots who's got money. You know, you go to jail. No one robs anything who has money. I mean, I guess you had to have a real problem. I saw someone they had on film, they're making fun of him. He was looting toilet tissue in Baltimore. I said, you know what? No one steals toilet tissue on camera, man, who don't need it. But instead of focusing on the economical situation of a lot of people in our inner city who have crappy schools, crappy water, poor health care, discrimination, police brutality, all the other things that plague those locations, they want to talk about the what we call the effect. What happened, not the symptom, they just talk about it. They don't talk about what causes it. So guys, I'm going to do everything I can to stay on point. And you know what, it's up to you to keep me on point. You know, what I mean by that, you call in, you say, Tim, I got a story you haven't covered yet. See, as my friend here said, we are the media. That's what's beautiful. Yes, it stinks that they're corrupt. It sucks that NBC, MSNBC, CNN, New York Times, Washington Post are all in colluding with the Hillary Clinton campaign, but it's a great opportunity for us to take it over.
Yeah!
Take it over. Start a blog. Start a blog, start a show. I'll watch. Call in, get started. We are the movement. Everything's changed now. No excuses. Look, 2016, you get on your computer, you find 1 million people who think just like you. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Unity for democracy. I'm going to hold you all to it. All of you, I'm going to hold you to it. I want blogs started out of you because without you, there will never be a revolution.
Yeah.
Thank you.